Hey, fourth grade, you have a sub today. First of all, remember to be on your best behavior. Okay, I want a good report of a blue box when you get back, or when I get back. Second of all, you are going to come over here and find the paper that looks like a flag. And take one. I only have a certain amount of these copies, so you have to be careful with your paper. You're going to take one flag, and you are going to take one extra plain paper. Okay, and then bring them back to your table spot. So I'm going back, I'm working over here today. So I'm going to bring mine back here. And I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to try and put this up so that you can see it. Oops, my finger's over it. All right. There we go. Okay, some of you have started this project. If you have already started this project, you can get your paper out of your box and you can continue working on it. If you have not started this project, it means that your class was gone for a field trip, and then your class was gone over MEA break, and now your class has a substitute, and so we really need to get working on this project because we are a little bit behind. So I did the easy way for you guys, and I made a printout of a flag for you with the lines already drawn out for you and a box made for the stars. So you guys get the easy route, and you have to color your flag. But since I gave you the easy route, I expect you to color it super nice. So you are going to take your red crayon, and we know that our flag starts with red. So our flag has how many stars? 50. How many stripes? 13. How many red stripes? 7. So we need to count 7 red stripes. Our flag starts with red and ends with red. So as I'm coloring, I'm just going to talk to you here for a little bit. The reason we are doing a project working on a flag is because Veterans Day project, or Veterans Day is coming up, and we do our Veterans Day program. So in fourth grade, you guys, I think, sing and you put on a little program, and we do a breakfast for all the veterans that come in. And we want to show them the most respect that we can because they have worked really hard to keep our country safe and to give us our freedom. And so we just want to be super respectful to them because they've sacrificed a lot for us. And so we want to decorate our hallway all with American artwork and making our projects look nice and neat. And then beyond that, this project is going to be part of a contest. And our local contest is between a couple of different schools that are around us. And if yours wins the local contest, then yours would move on to the district contest. And then it goes against schools that are a little bit further away. And if you win the district contest, then you move on to the state contest against schools that are all over in Minnesota. So you want to make sure that you are doing your best work on this project. Okay, and unfortunately, since you guys were gone so much, some of you are your class, we only have today to get this project done. So you need to be working really hard today. Okay, so a few facts about the flag. First of all, the very first Veterans Day was 1919, and it was called Armistice Day. And so 1919, next year is going to be 2019, so it'll be the 100th year that we have celebrated Veterans Day. The 5 branches of our military or our armed forces would be the Army, the National Guard, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Marines. Okay. What else can I tell you about the flag? There are some flag rules. So a flag rule would be if the flag is displayed at night outside, it's supposed to be light, or there's supposed to be lights shining on it. When you raise the flag up on the flagpole, you're supposed to raise it quickly and lower it slowly so that it doesn't touch the ground. If the flag touches the ground, it's disrespectful because our ground is dirty. So we try not to have the flag touch the ground as a flag rule. I think I need to peel my crayon. our flag, the American flag, has to be flown higher than any other flag if it is being displayed with other flags. Let me think here. If the flag is flown upside down, meaning our flag is flown this way on the flagpole, it means that someone needs help or somebody is in trouble. It's a sign that somebody is in trouble. When our 50 stars stand for our 50 states, right? And the 13 stripes stand for the 13 original colonies of our nation. So when stars 49 and stars 50 got added to our flag, it was the states Alaska and Hawaii, and President Eisenhower was the president at that time, and he asked people to send in their designs, and he would pick one. So there's a high school teacher in Ohio that had her high school class make designs of the flag, and she sent them in. And there was a boy, he was 17, so he was a junior, and he designed this flag, and he sent it in, and his got chosen. So he was an 11th grader. His got chosen to be the new flag of our nation. And so you would think if his got chosen by the president that he would have gotten an A+ on his project, but he actually got a B- on his project. So his teacher must have not thought it was that great of a design, but the president liked it. And now that's our flag ever since then. We have had 27 total flags. So starting with the very first flag had 13 stars on it, and it was for 13 colonies. We currently have 5 flags flying on the moon. Neil Armstrong was the first man on the moon, and he placed an American flag on the moon. We have had 6 flags on the moon. His was the very first one, but that one is no longer up there. I'm not sure why. If it's in a museum or if it got damaged or what, because if your flag is torn or ripped, you are no longer supposed to fly it because it's disrespectful. Okay, I'll do my last flag stripe here. And then I will show you an idea for how we can do our 50 stars. There's a couple options for that. So if you're working as efficiently as I am, this should have only taken you 7.5 minutes to get this much done. So we should have plenty of time to finish our whole project. Okay, there's my flag. Now if I'm going to do the stars, I'm going to take my pencil first. And a trick about the stars is that there's 9 lines of stars. So I'm going to go like a zigzag pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the top row, any of the rows that are sticking out like this are going to have 6 stars in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The ones that are in are going to have 5, and it's kind of like a checkerboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I go from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So every other row matches up 5. So it goes 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I should have 50 stars. You can count them if you want. But then you can take a blue crayon and you can be really careful to go around your stars and color in your blue. So I'm going to go around them like this first. And then I can color around. So I would color around my stars then. Okay, I think you guys get the idea of how to do that. So instead of taking all the time to finish this part of my paper and not be able to move on to the next part. I'm going to have you guys work on this on your own, so you can pause your video if you need to, just by tapping your screen, remember? And then I'm going to move on to the next part of our project. Okay, so pause it if you need to, if you need time to work on that. Before you go on, you have to have your name on the back. So please write your first and last name. So, and then write your teacher's name, teacher, and then write your grade, and then that has to go on the back, not on the front. So set this paper aside. The other part of our project, the contest that we're in, says that we need to be drawing 2 to 6 places. So that means 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 places. So don't ask me if you can draw 1 place, because you know 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. It's your choice, but you have to have at least 2. 2 places where you have seen the American flag flying. So if we think about that, we know that the flag flies at school every day. Some people have seen it at Perkins and at Burger King and at the cemetery, at the courthouse, at the White House, on the moon. There are different statues that have the flag. And we're talking about the American flag, okay? Not other flags, the American flag. So you can go ahead and start thinking of at least 2 places. I'm going to draw, I think I'll draw a couple of them for you. So I'm going to start by drawing the moon. I'm just going to draw a little one. We are trying to draw little circles, little places, because eventually we're going to draw or glue these places onto this paper, okay? So I'm going to draw the moon just by making a few craters in here. Okay, I could maybe color it in, shade these a little darker. And shade the whole thing a little bit lighter. Here's my moon. I have to put a flag on it. This flag does not need to be quite as detailed as my other one, but I still want to color this flag in and color the moon in, and then I need to label it. Okay. I could draw a school. It does not have to be our school. You can draw a school. So it could look like, I mean, you could look up how to draw a school if you wanted to. I'm going to put a flag here. I'm going to draw I'm drawing this sideways, so hopefully you can see it. I want you to take your time too. Okay, take your time, make it look nice. I could write the word school right here because every picture that we draw has to have the name and a little flag on it. So it needs to be labeled and a flag. I could look up the Burger King symbol. I could look up the Perkins symbol. I could look up how to draw the White House. I could look up any statues that might have them. I could draw a cemetery like this. Remember, don't write anything goofy on the gravestones because this is a respectful thing. You could write RIP, right? So that they know it's a cemetery. And then put a little flag next to it. And color in the flags. And write cemetery. Okay, other pictures that you could do, I mean, you can come up with anywhere where you might see the flag. I could put an astronaut. I could look up how to draw an astronaut and try and do that, okay? But once you get your couple of places, then you are going to cut these little places out and glue them onto your flag in different places. So I'll show you an example real quick of a couple other people that have already done it. And remember, they did theirs a little bit differently than yours because they had more time. It's like, this is a student, put his 2 places, or they put their 2 places. They should have labeled this and this, but not bad. Okay, let me see if I can find another one. Okay, here's one that's not done yet. They were working on drawing their 3 places, a cemetery, Perkins, and Prairie Elementary School. They haven't done their flag yet though, but that is another idea where you could do a couple little small pictures on top of your flag, okay? Please remember that this is a respectful thing, right? We're trying to not be goofy with this project. We're trying to be respectful to our soldiers who have sacrificed so much to us, for us, to keep us safe in our nation. And we want to make sure that we show them a really nice picture. We want to represent Prairie Elementary well. And we want to make sure that we are doing a good job on our project, not being goofy, okay? So this is what you're working on today. All right, be good, 4th grade. I'll see you when you come back. Bye, have a good day.